So, hi everyone, I'm Cassiano, and today we are going to study the chapter 3 from our book Revolutionary Psychology from Samael Aun Right, so our objective here is to share with you the Gnostic knowledge and also improve my communication skills, my speaking and the comprehension of the English language. So let's start. The pages, the windows are half and half. I'm recording this meeting in Zoom, and after I will update it into YouTube. Um, and in the other half, I am with the ebook, The Revolutionary Psychology. So let's go, guys. Let's start in one point. It is necessary to remind our readers, us, that there are there is a mathematical point within us. Unquestionably, that point is never found in the past or in the future. Whoever wants to discover this mysterious point must look for it in the here and now within himself. Exactly at this instant, not a second sooner, not a second later, the vertical and the horizontal posts of the Holy Cross are found at this point. At the instant, right? In the middle of the cross, there is the instant. Therefore, from instant to instant, we find ourselves faced with two paths, the horizontal and the vertical. It is evident. Continue. It is evident that the horizontal is very pretentious. Along it go people who keep up with the Jones, who jump on the bandwagon, who follow the herd. I will be honest, guys, I didn't get this. I didn't get this sentence, but I will study and after share with you. It is evident that the vertical is different. It is the path of intelligent rebels and revolutionaries. When we remember ourselves and do not identify with all of life's problems and sorrows, we are in fact going along the vertical path. So if we identify ourselves with the problems of our lives, and there should be a lot of details that we need to deal with, but we have something deeper in a transcendent way of life. Certainly, it is never an easy task to eliminate negative emotions, to stop identifying with our way of life, with problems of all kinds, business, debts, payments by installments, mortgages, telephone, water, electricity bills, etc. The unemployed, those who for some reason have lost their jobs, evidently suffer for lack of money. It is in fact terribly difficult for them to forget their situation, to stop worrying and identifying with their own problems. Those who suffer and just a minute, those who suffer and those who weep, those who have been betrayed, who have been badly repaid in life, who have received no gratitude and have been victims of calumny or fraud really forget themselves, their real intimate being, and completely identify with their moral tragedy. The work on oneself is a fundamental characteristic of the vertical path, the vertical. So to go above, right? In another step of our ladder, and completely identify with their moral tragedy. The work on oneself is a fundamental characteristic of the vertical path. No one could walk along the path of the Great Rebellion if they had never worked on themselves. The work we are referring to is of a psychological nature. It deals with a certain transformation of the present moment in which we find ourselves. We need to learn to live from instant to instant. For example, a person who despairs about an emotional, financial, or political problem has obviously forgotten himself. If that person stops for a moment and observes the situation, tries to remember himself, and then makes the effort to understand his attitude, if he reflects a little and thinks that everything passes by, that life is an illusion because it has an end. It is mortal. As we were learning in the last lesson yesterday, our personality is mortal. So we have a time between our born and our death. That life is an illusion, is short-lived, and that death reduces all the vanities of the world to ashes, to dust. If he understands that his problem deep down is only a will-o'-the-wisp, a flare-up which soon dies down, he will suddenly see to his surprise that everything has changed. The transformation of mechanical reactions is possible through logical confrontation and intimate self-reflection of the being. So we must to reflect upon our attitudes, upon our behavior, about our negative aspects. It is evident that people react mechanically to life's different circumstances. Poor people, poor people, they usually become victims. When someone flatters them, they smile. When humiliated, they suffer. They insult when insulted. When hurt, they hurt. They are never free. Their fellow men have the power to drive them from happiness to sadness and from hope to despair. Each of these people go along the horizontal path, resembling a musical instrument on which their fellow men play and any tune they like. So here is another interesting point, guys, about um, the the fault of self-knowledge. So we have this phrase, and let's see again, resembling um, resembling Master Samuel compares all those people, us, with a musical instrument on which anyone externally can play any tune they like. If someone scream with us, we get angry. we get nervous, stressed, and if someone um, say something positive about us, we feel happy, we feel so that is the our answer for this phrase, because um, what we want to say here is that the circumstances of life can change our way of feeling at some moment, and this is kind of dangerous because the external life can have control about us, you know. Those who learn to transform their mechanical reactions of life, of circumstances, and of external person that come for us, uh, those who learn to transform their mechanical reactions are in fact taking the vertical path, right? The vertical path. This represents a fundamental change in the level of being, the extraordinary result of the psychological rebellion. So, guys, for today, that were some points that we would like to study. We loved it to study with you this night, and we thank you for your presence, and always to remember you. This is not something official. This is kind of an initiative to improve the English skills and communications, and always trying to share with you the Gnostic knowledge. The Gnosis is a movement that shared the self-knowledge with voluntary work, right? So this self-knowledge is going to be present through meditation, to reflection, to self-reflection, and to deep states of mind. All right, so we can observe ourselves and getting all these perceptions to know ourselves each day more and more. So thank you again, and I'm so happy to this opportunity to be for being here with you today. Be safe and have a new year. Bye bye.